Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hello. All right. So, I'm going to tell y'all something. The one thing that I cannot stand, and this is something that I've never been able to stand, is an abusive man. A man that is abusive to women, a man that takes a woman's kindness for weakness, just somebody that is just abusive to a woman for no reason. I cannot stand that. And this is, I believe, in history. I believe that the relationship between the abusive man and the witch has been a very interesting one. And that's one of the reasons why they cannot stand witches. That's one of the reasons why abusive men cannot stand the witches, because the witches do not play that abusiveness. There's never an excuse for a man to be abusive to a woman. You know what? I don't feel that there is enough support for women to get out of those situations. I don't care how crazy he is, how many problems he got. Get yourself some help. There's no excuse for you to be an abusive man towards anybody. Okay? Especially when you're looking at a narcissistic man, you know, a lot of these men will be abusive, and they will take their abuse out on one person. I think that in history, I think that they come across a witch, and a witch will curse them. I think that all abusive men should be cursed. I'm sorry, guys, because that is a very long history. I'm sorry. And a lot of times women will try to justify being with an abusive man, and I'm not trying to judge any woman right now, because I know how you feel. I've been in abusive relationships. I've dealt with men that were abusive, and I think that men like that should be cursed. I'm serious. They should not be loved. They should not be understood. They should not be coddled. They just need to be cursed. Okay, and I done seen couples I have dealt with. You know what I believe that a lot of y'all women are out there dealing with, and you shouldn't have to deal with this crap. But I believe a lot of y'all found yourselves entangled in these third party abusive relationships. And some of y'all have been sort of uh, obtained by these couples so that that man can take out all his abuse on you. When you realize that that's what it is, that's when you got to get to cursing. Okay. Obviously, men that are abusive have mental problems. They need to get some help. They are well protected in this society, but not from the witch. You may think that you're getting over in society because society protects the abusive man, but the witch is going to curse you. Okay. I don't care who you got, what you doing, what you talking about. If you are an abusive man, you are cursed today. There is no excuse for that, none whatsoever. Okay, the amount of destructive energy that they create Okay, especially if you have an abusive man that is a misogynist. If you have an abusive man who's thinks that the world revolves around him. Okay. He thinks that he and really I've watched him in action. You just look quite foolish to me. I don't like abusive men at all. I do not like no abusive man. So, and I'm talking about verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abusers as well. Okay. There's nothing cute, there's nothing sexy, there's nothing attractive about it. And a lot of them, they always have a plethora of excuses. God only knows what kind of what they've been through growing up, but you know what? There's a lot of people that have been through hell growing up, even by their own families. They got bullied in school, but guess what? They don't abuse people. There's no excuse for being an abusive man. It's either change or get cursed. And that's the one thing about me. I believe in justice. Okay, and I believe that witches bring the justice to these men that are abusive. You are a grown man, you have grown man energy, and you are thrusting this energy onto a person, and you are trying to make that person a victim of your abuse. Okay. And I realize that there are a lot of women that allow these types of men to abuse them. Most of the time, you ain't gonna come across no witch that's gonna be cool with that. She gonna curse you. That's why I have a lot of respect for witches. Okay? There is no excuse in justifying, beating on a woman, doing harm to a woman that was good to you. Okay? I don't care who she is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, this is one of the reasons why I ended up unmarried with 3 children. Okay, and I would never. There's absolutely no excuse for that whatsoever for being abusive to a woman. Okay, and when you have went too far, when you have just went totally out of bounds, we need to shed some light on that. Even emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, and mental abuse are probably worse. And just because a woman is strong, men have a tendency, and I'm not saying that women can't be abusers because there are women abusers out there too. It is, you know what I'm saying? But we know that men abuse women far more than women do. And I'm not that type of person to where I would take advantage of a man that was good to me. So you bring some kind of crap to me and you're getting cursed. That's one of the reasons why they hate witches. I don't care. You have no excuse for that. Mm, they will definitely try to do that. Have you ever practiced, Heather? Because I'm telling you, a lot of them are abusive. They'll abuse women that they've never even met. You see men, they come. Okay, if it's an abusive man that takes pleasure in verbally abusing women, you're just an abuser, and we don't play that. Yeah, so listen. Any type of abuse will not be tolerated. I wish for every abusive man to be cursed. Yeah, it will do wonders for you. It will. It will. It'll definitely do wonders for you. And I'm gonna tell. I gotta tell you something. This whole thing to where a lot of these men they feel as though, oh, I have you. As a woman, you have to be validated by a man. You can get cursed. Okay, you can get cursed. There's absolutely no excuse for a man to be abusive to a person whatsoever. A lot of them, if it's a narcissistic sociopathic abuser, that they'll pick one to abuse, or you're not abusing me. That's what I always listen. Since I've gotten in my 40s, I let them know everything that you think that you doing to me, I done already did to you. Okay. And I don't respect an abusive man. I don't care about what you've been through as a child. We all have been through things. You have no excuse, no reason whatsoever. Okay. What's today's date? The 24th. I'd rather be alone than in an abusive relationship with an abusive man. Okay. I gotta keep it real with y'all. And men like that will go through a lot of changes to keep you. They'll claim that they're walking away from you, especially if I ain't never seen nothing like this before. An abusive man that's looking for a third party and she's okay with it. The woman that he's with is okay with him dumping his crap all over a third party woman. Guess what, hon? You gonna catch that abuse. When you realize that you're in a third party with a man, you're in a situation just so that you can take the abuse that she can't take. No, no thank you. Because if it would have been me, I'd have been undominated that man. That man would. That's what I'm saying. If a man is in his almost 50 years old abusing women, and he been with a woman for so long, I listen. I'm gonna tell you something. It's called man boot camp. You can't. You're not gonna run around here and act crazy with me. You're not gonna run around here and act cray cray with me. Okay, and uh. You know what? I've heard that, but you know what? I don't really see that as an excuse. I feel like that's another excuse. I feel like a person, if he's an abuser, he's an abuser. Because I done seen plenty of women get abused and they got their father in their life and their brothers. So that typically doesn't make a difference. The only difference is that I think that exacerbates the situation. I think that men like that end up killing women. And you ain't gonna never try to murder me. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't respect abusers and I want you cursed and you don't deserve any happiness for what you did. You don't deserve any happiness in your life for what you did to that woman. You don't. Especially when you disgusting enough to be looking for third parties so that you can abuse this third party. You looking for a third party in your relationship so that you can abuse. And I've seen that happen. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care what happens to them. Whatever happens to you, hon. You got to go, especially when you targeting women with children. You disgusting enough to be targeting women with children just so that you can abuse them, trying to bring that kind of abuse into the lives of her children, especially if it's a woman that previously left an abusive situation. I'm gonna tell you something. Really, in reality, this is where witchcraft kind of works against the woman, because I've seen women stay in those situations because the man will put some kind of hoodoo on her, have somebody do work on her, or have his mother do work on her to keep her. Really, for me, it's ruined after you've been abusive to me one time. If you see me dealing with an abusive man, and whether, I don't care if it's just verbal or emotional, that might mean that he might have had some work done. Because for me, I'm turning the other way after it happening one time. I don't even want you no more. I don't want you. I don't understand you. I have no compassion for you because there's no excuse for that. And a lot of them are just they're battling with demons and losing. That's that man's demons that come out. If you are especially a man and you can't fight your own demons, I have a serious problem with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. And I'm not into all that. I've seen women sit around and I was dealing with that last night, to where it was this one woman, she is jealous of me. She is jealous of me, and she relishes in the fact that this crazy neurotic man, what he abused himself. Trust and believe he's gonna wear the scars. Mm-mm. I no, hun, no, because that's sick. That's very sick. Get well, hun. And it's no excuse for that. And once somebody has turned, I'm gonna tell you something. I have given certain people chance after chance after chance. When my heart turns cold to you, that's it. You're done. You're done. Oh yeah, trust me. I just got out of an abuse. It wasn't physically abusive, because I probably would have whooped his ass. It was more so mentally and emotionally and spiritually abusive. And we know that these men, when it comes to us witches, when they get to judging our craft, that right there is considered spiritual abuse. Zero tolerance on any kind of abuse. Okay? Zero tolerance on any kind of abuse. You have no excuse. It will not be tolerated. Okay? And I'm talking about horrifying abuse. I'm not talking about just an argument or whatever. Men and women argue. I'm talking about this person is literally like, what are you doing? Oh, you're trying to destroy me as a person. You're purposely trying to do harm to me. Oh, you got an agenda. Oh, okay. Okay. And you think I need you, right? Did you think that I needed you? Because nobody needs that crap. Nobody. Okay. Well, that's good to get the courts involved, Heather, but I'm gonna curse him. That's how I am. You getting cursed. That comes first. Cursing comes first. Okay. Uh-uh. Okay. And no, I do not love or like you. I don't even like you, let alone love you. I gotta like you before I can love you. They always come with a plethora of excuses for their abuse. And Jamila don't care. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying this to women. I know there's probably a lot of women out there that feel like they're dealing with abuse. Child, oh my God, like the stuff that I have seen people do, the stuff oh my God. Mm-mm. Yeah, cursing them is the way to go. It just is no excuse. The slightest things. And I'm talking about will think that they have the right to abuse you for the smallest things. Like, who do you think you are? He didn't do anything to me. Heather, he didn't do anything to me. He did it to himself. He did it to himself. He can't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So, when a woman starts to get older, she's either gonna go one, whatever direction. It's no excuse. Like I said, I understand when people get into arguments, but when it's an abusive programming, okay, something eventually is gonna break that man. He needs to be broken as a man. I don't believe in all that let a man be a man and all that crap. No, you're not a man. You're actually the opposite of a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no, no. Hey, Ziana. Mm, yeah, and especially when it comes to a man that you got ties with, children and stuff like that, you shouldn't be putting women through that. You're disgusting to me. I don't like men that abuse anybody, let alone a woman. I don't believe in that. It's not a turn on for me. I don't think it's cute. I think women, if they want to put up with that, that's fine. I don't judge the woman for handling whatever it is that she feels that she can handle as a woman, but I don't like you as a man. I don't. I don't agree with it. I think you're taking advantage of that woman's kindness and you're taking it for weakness. And I've seen people be disgusting enough to join into the abuse community. I've seen communities of people join in to try to make this woman feel extra isolated. And it's like, what do you think you're doing? They'll try to join in with the abuse. All of you can, anybody that condones that and helps, like, let alone, like, most of the time people will just be quiet, they won't say nothing. But then you got other abusers and sick people that want to get involved. You too. How dare you make that, try to make that woman feel bad because she don't want to take that abuse? Are you crazy? You sitting up there, you relishing in the fact that this man is abusing this woman because you don't like her. You can catch them curses too. Okay? Because none of it makes any sense. And I don't respect people like that. I really don't. Okay, women are not children. Women are perfectly capable. I've seen them even try to play games when you ain't got no friends and you da 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 da. Oh, I got plenty of friends, hon. Plenty of friends. Don't worry about what I got. You worry about these curses. Especially when it comes to me having education on demons and understanding how demons and bad spirits work. And you gonna try to pull some crap like that over on me? Well, we ain't in the old days. It is 2022. Okay. So when it comes to, and especially someone like me, I am very patient, I am very kind, and I am very understanding with it. And, you know, literally the workings that I do can help somebody deal with their demons. You sitting up here trying to abuse somebody because you have demons. That's the issue. Your demons are overpowering you and you can't get past it, right? And so, a lot of those men just need to be cleansed and knocked on their butt. Sit down somewhere, think about what you're doing and cleanse yourself. And then they want to undermine me and say, "Oh, well, yeah, yeah, that stuff ain't real," and while they abuse people. No, you getting cursed. What do you think that this is? You know? It's the man's fault for not battling those demons because God gives us free will. So it's the man's fault because he allows those demons and that energy to overtake him instead of being an actual functioning member of society. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that society is divided on that. There are some people that are okay with that, and there are some people that are not, definitely not okay with that. With all of the mental health care out there, because, I believe that psychiatrists and psychologists, I believe that they have like a specific spiritual power to help their people. If you are a man that needs anger management or something, go and get some help. There is no excuse for you to continue to ride down on that woman like that. No excuse at all. So you should have, a lot of these men can go and get counseling. They need both. professional help as well as some spiritual help. But if you don't do either, imagine a man that is abusive, he's confused, he thinks that this is what makes him a man. He's got people around him encouraging the abuse, and he don't get either one. He don't get no kind of spiritual help or mental help. Well, then you just can get cursed then. Okay, and curses, sometimes when it comes to curses, it's about looking at yourself. You need to look at yourself. You need to actually feel. You need to connect with the pain and the suffering that you are causing to other people. And you need to feel bad for what you did. And you need to be apologetic for what you did. And you need to suffer. You need to suffer mentally and emotionally as a man for a certain amount of time so that you can actually take in what you put that woman through. You know? And to just let and to go from it's scary when they do it. It's like they will go from being sweet and kind and to the point where when you question it, here they go and they're saying all these horrible things to you and trying to tear down your mind, your body, and your spirit, just trying to tear you down. That's when a woman realizes what she's dealing with. No, I don't. I don't. I do not believe in that. I am not the type of woman that judges women for being forgiven and understanding, but it's not to me. I don't think it's ever a woman's fault for abuse. Okay, that's never her fault. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. I've dealt with situations. I've dealt with a situation like that too, where it's a dysfunction within the family to where people start to support the abuser in his abuse. I've seen plenty of women, innocent women, they'll meet a man and he'll charm the pants off of you. And then the next thing the whole family or either the people around him is supporting this man in abusing you. And, of course, he's going to keep people around him like that because he needs a cushion. He needs to be cushioned. He needs to be coddled because the things that he's doing is already wrong. That means that his sisters was enabling the abuse. And I think that a lot of families go through stuff like that, but get yourself some help. And a lot of women ain't gonna sit up there and just let you tear them down for too long before they start to strike back at you. Okay. Right, exactly. Abuse isn't just physical. If a man calls you names, puts you down, tries to make you feel less than, that is definitely emotional abuse. Okay, and usually it comes out of the blue, and usually the woman really hasn't done anything. And it's still, what excuse is there for abuse? Cheating, talking back. Who are you? And see, this is one of the things that I just cannot stand. Actually, I have a serious disdain for abusive men at all. I don't like you. I don't like abusive men. I don't think it's cute. I don't think that you do good things in this world. I think that you are a problem. So I know that, in this pandemic, abuse actually got worse. You can tell, especially the last couple of years. I had an abuser. I mean, this person was constantly, and you could even feel it in spirit. His spirit was just so abusive. And I already know the kind of stuff that women were going through out there. Just the and it's got to get better. It's got to get better. At some point, you're going to have to heal yourself. At some point, you're going to have to own up to what you've been doing. All that anger and that aggression, they have to let it out somewhere. But, I'm going to tell you something. I have been through things in my life, and I have no anger and any aggression towards anybody. So this is a person that is the Four of Cups. They don't even appreciate life. So last night when I was dealing with this abuser, and I let him know, you are just an abuser. Last night when I was dealing with it, I did an exorcism incantation on myself, and I rolled over and went to sleep. Because that's what they're doing. Those demons are attacking you. Go away with your demons. I got stuff to do tonight, though, y'all. I have a class to do. I got a reading to do, so I can't stay on this too long. But if you've abused me this year, you getting cursed. Well, I mean, I don't understand what these people expect of me. What do you expect me to do? Especially when I've been kind to a person and you repaid me with hatred. And just because a woman is a woman or a witch, they think that they really got the right to abuse a witch. And that's why they don't like us. And I don't care if you don't like me. I love me. Mm. Heather Martinez, you know what? You need to do some healing on yourself. Um, because a lot of that stuff you were taking into your mind, your body, and your spirit, I don't let it in. I don't let it in. I'm working on a project in my house. I'm putting filters over all of my vents. You know, and a lot of those men have like an incubus spirit. They men that have, if you are a man that has that incubus spirit on you, you have got to get rid of that demon. Okay, I'm not running around here with succubus energy on me. Okay, I cleansed myself for years and years. I'm not going to cleanse myself, work on myself for years and years, clear myself of all of that just to deal with a man that's incubated, infested with demons, infested with demons. You ain't going to never put that demon off on me. Okay, so, especially when you're not even my husband, I'm not with you. Go abuse your wife. Go abuse her. She's the one that's with you. I'm not with you. I tried to be your friend. I tried to be there for you. I tried to help you because you need help. You obviously are not responsive to that. That's not my problem. I give up on you. I'll never give up on me. That's the one thing about these men that they got to understand is that women will give up on you before they give up on themselves. Okay? Especially when you on an agenda, you on some kind of stupid agenda. You think these women are going to allow you to hurt them and their children? And then they'll try to act like, oh, well, your children are bastards or whatever. And they get to talking that crap. And then that is when you get cursed. But a lot of these men got the audacity to be an abuser. They'll be an abuser, obviously an abuser. And instead of them abusing their own family, they'll go outside of the family to be abusive to some woman and her children. Now, you need to, you're getting, I don't want you to abuse no child. I don't think that you should be around no child. You're disgusting. You're an abuser and you're disgusting and you're cursed. That's all it is to it. You're cursed. And I think that a lot of us, we've reached the end of our rope as far as being forgiving. And I've been getting judged for being a forgiving and understanding person. I am no longer forgiving that kind of stuff. You know, I don't care who treats them like garbage. If your family treats you like garbage, and then you internalize that and unleash that on me, you getting cursed. Because you should appreciate somebody that was kind to you. You know what I'm saying? They should appreciate somebody that was kind to them. I've seen that happen. I've seen men that are with these diabolical women. You and her can get cursed. Because you shouldn't have, and literally will stalk you to the end of time, and she in on it. Girl, bye. She in on the stalking. Girl, mm-mm. And that's I ain't into no third party thing anyway. Ew. That ain't no normal situation. That's some weirdness. I'm so sorry about that, Heather. That's the one thing about me is that, I left my own husband because I feared him abusing my children. You gonna get a triple dog. I'm a double down on you. I'm a triple down on you. You ever try to abuse my children? You know, women don't want that kind of crap in their life. You know what I'm saying? And it's very sick, especially if it's like a narcissistic entanglement. And you got people running around here trying to act like they somebody's handler, and you doing this and doing that. Don't nobody want that crap. People want a real life. And looks can be very deceiving because they'll look at you and think that you're gonna take that crap. Okay, so we and we'll try to play on your emotions. Ask yourself this question: why on God's green earth, I'm sorry, on Goddess's green earth, would a woman choose to be with this abusive man when she can be alone and happy? Because a lot of women, I know that, at least for me, I'm not the type of woman that's afraid of her own shadow. I'm not afraid of being alone. So I don't, I'm gonna tell you something. I wasn't. I don't have no problem with being alone. I'm good by myself. Okay, I have no issue with that. Especially when you're not even really relevant to a woman. You're not. You're trying to. employ her to just take all of your abuse. And I've seen it. I've seen it, and I hate to say this. You know what? I'm not going to say that. That's usually a discussion that a lot of, especially melanated women, have amongst themselves when it comes to the black man. He hates himself. When you dealing with an abusive black man, this is a whole other demon. That's a whole other demon. And if your love for me ain't stronger than your love for that demon, it's got to come a time where we're not gonna deal with that no more. I'm currently dating a married man. His current partner is abusive. So this is happening more. So Heather, you're dating a married man. His partner is abusive, and then he turns that abuse to you. I personally wouldn't want nothing to do with a married man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of women, and it's unless he's your twin flame and he treats you well. If he is your twin flame and he treats you well, I don't believe in, because I believe that if a married man cheats and he leaves his wife for you, I believe he just gonna do the same thing to you. That's really what I believe, unless it's a special circumstance to where you're his twin flame. Because that is happening a lot to where, but because really, to be honest with you, I mean, I have seen some toxic twin flames. Typically, twin flames don't treat their twin flame like crap. Well, he couldn't be too stressed out, okay? See, my whole thing about it is that I don't trust. First of all, if you're a married man, I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. If you're a married man, okay. So I don't know. I don't know, Heather. I don't know about that. I think the only way a person should deal with somebody that is married, and I don't believe that it should be sex involved at all, is if you are legit their twin flame. And a lot of twin flames, a lot of people will recognize that that person is their twin flame, but they just can't be together because that person is with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that person is your twin flame and he needs to leave that situation, then that's another deal. But you never know. His wife might be upset about him cheating on her. But now I done seen some of them that's a part of it. Some of these women are disgusting to the point where they are abusers. Because I actually I work with women that are married. Their husband legit has an issue with cheating. The husband loves them. And so you can help women like that. But if it's a wife that is in on that abuse and she's helping him, keep this woman around so that he can abuse her, that's pretty disgusting. That's pretty disgusting right there. Okay, because I have seen that happen. I actually had somebody try to do that with me and they got cursed. Don't play with me like that. I don't play that crap. And I can handle a lot of things. I can be Because I'm not your enemy unless you make me your enemy. If you make me your enemy, then I can be your enemy. That's legit how I feel about that situation. But y'all, I gotta go because I gotta get the rest of these. I'm cleaning all of my vents in my house. Now I gotta get some bleach over here. I'm gonna get some bleach, get everything cleaned out because this house could use some duct cleaning, like air duct cleaning. I'm thinking about having it done eventually before I move on and move into my lake house. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a man and you're not actively trying to make me stronger as a woman, I don't want nothing to do with you and you can get cursed. Okay, you can get cursed. Anytime I've been nothing but a friend to you, I've lended you a helping hand. I've done things for you, and you sitting up here thinking, trying to be, this narcissistic entanglement to the point where you trying to destroy me. You will get cursed, and them curses be sneaking up on, and they lie about it. They lie about it, but when they curse, they know they cursed. They have a lot of guilt. They try to drink that guilt away. You ain't gonna be able to drink that guilt away. You need to come clean about what you did, apologize, and go get yourself some help and go and do whatever you got to do and go live your life and get away from me. Go do it somewhere else. And I've seen also another thing about that narcissist stuff. I've seen some men, especially them air sign men, they're just open to any and every suggestion that there is. I can't deal with an air sign, man, y'all. I can't deal with it. It's either got to be a earth sign or either a fire sign. I really can't even deal with a water sign man as a partner, as a sexual partner. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Because especially because I've been with a water sign that we were happy, but he would let people on the outside of the relationship convince him of things that was untrue. So I was in a relationship with this man, had two babies with him back to back. He was trying to get me pregnant with the third one. And he would just allow people to lie to him, and throughout the course of the relationship, he had accused my oldest daughter of not being his, and he actually got them tested. And it come to find out they were both his, and he felt really bad about that. I told him it's okay. I said, "Well, I can't be with you, but it's okay. You can move on with your life." And he's gone home to glory. I still love him. He's the father of my child. But would I be with him? No. I'm sorry, you a man and you with me, you got to be on point and you got to be advanced spiritually. Well, I drink my wine, I consecrate all of my wine. I think that when you're a man and all the answers are right there, but you choose to act like boo boo the fool all the time, you seem to like those demons. You seem to like that energy. You just go and like somebody say something to people and they just go and join into the crowd. Anytime you a man that joins the crowd to try to you on my hanging committee, that's funny to me. You're a man that's on my hanging committee? You sure about that, hon? Because verbal abuse don't work on me. I don't get my feelings hurt. Now, I am on the cusp of Gemini. I have every positive power and trait of the Gemini. I don't respond like other people to abuse. So you're not gonna knock me down, make me feel some type of way. So let's just let's just keep it real here now. Okay, whenever a man is accepting that kind of energy, he's already that way at the core of his being. Now, I've seen men that, they may be susceptible to witchcraft and seduction, but whenever it's abuse, I'm looking at you side-eyed. Especially when you are trying to financially abuse a woman, harassing her, trying to embarrass and humiliate her publicly. You on my hanging committee. If you are a man that's on Jamila's hanging committee, those ropes are around your neck. I can promise you. Because now you're triggering me. See, now you're trying to trigger me. I didn't travel through time and space to be treated that way. Especially when I am a good witch that does good things for people. And you're constantly trying to interfere, which you can't. You can't. You don't have no power. And they get delusional. They get real delusional. Okay? Because I don't care if I'm 50 or 60 years old. I can always replace you. You are not irreplaceable. Okay, and a lot of men need to be humbled by those curses. You need to humble yourself. Okay, so that's just what it is. And I'm not just talking crap. I am not the type of person that gets lonely. I don't need you. I don't feel weak by myself. You dealing with the wrong person. Okay, you're not dealing with who you think you're dealing with. And I think people don't understand that because, it's not that I'm egotistical. I just believe in doing what's fair and what's right and what is just. I'm a Cancer sun, but I'm a Leo rising. So what that means, what that means is that you may see that sweet little crab, but that lion comes up behind me, right there. And then my Saturn is in Leo too. So I don't understand I don't get it. What do you just like having a challenge? Because I don't mind seeing a man broken, especially an abusive man. Break yourself. I did a video probably like maybe a couple of weeks ago. I did a live ritual. I'm gonna take that mug back off private. And I believe, okay, you want to treat me like a whore? Break yourself. Give me all your money then. Give me all you got then. Okay, so my shadow side ain't nothing to mess with. And I ain't afraid of my shadow. Anytime you a man and you believe that your abusive words and your bull crap has any power, I have lost all respect for you. The only type of men that I respect are men who know how to respect. You come out blatantly disrespecting a woman, yeah, I am your enemy. And I don't have to be nice to you, kind to you, or agree with you. Threaten to use some violence against me, that's going to make it worse. Humble yourself before the divine feminine. That's the only thing that is left for you to do. When you look at the crossroads, that's where you at. You at a crossroads. as far as I'm concerned. You either want to stand against me as my enemy and get thrashed, or you're gonna turn around and you're gonna bow yourself down and you're gonna humble yourself like a real man is supposed to. And that's just what it is. Especially when a woman has children. You are a disgusting individual when you are trying to abuse any woman that already has enough on her plate. Where is that cat at? Did she get? My cat is meowing. I gotta go, y'all. I don't know if my cat she done got stuck in the bathroom or something. Y'all have a good day. Uh, I will see y'all later. You was in the bathroom, baby. Mary was stuck in the bathroom, y'all. Yeah, you a man, you be around me, you better show some respect. The utmost respect. You can't do that? Then you know what? You don't meet my expectations, then you get cursed. I don't just walk away from people. Okay? I don't just walk away from people. I curse you as I walk away from you. And that's the way that it should be, because there's no excuse for that. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Don't y'all let these men disrespect y'all. Men need to show women the utmost respect. You didn't give birth to us. We didn't come from your rib. You came from our womb. Show some respect. And I'm not gonna be having this conversation because I'm not gonna be dealing with no abusive man, no silly. You silly. Abusive men, I have one word to describe them: silly. That's what you look like to me, silly. Right? I can't stand no predatory man, and some women like that crap. I don't like you at all. I think that you insist upon yourself is what I believe about abusive men like that. Okay? So no, I don't like that crap. Mm-mm. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I will be seeing y'all later. Yesterday, I wanted to come and do some readings for the Sabbath or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna tell you something. The only type of men that I'm interested in are men that are respectful, men that are into the craft, men that respect the woman, men that are smart. You are a very dumb man, in my opinion, when you spend your time trying to abuse a woman. You're not smart to me whatsoever, and I believe you're a problem in this world, and I don't see any use for you. I don't. Somebody else may have found a use for you, to help them with their never-ending low self-worth. I don't have self-loathing. I actually love myself. The fact that I even came down off of my post or my square to deal with you, to give you any time of my in any time of my day, was a blessing to you. And no, I don't believe that because I'm a woman, that means that I'm underneath a man. Are you insane? I believe that a woman and a man, they are equal. But I believe that when a man is being abusive, I believe that he's underneath the woman. I will always feel that way, and you can never change that. And that's not a stressful situation. That's just is what that is what it is. All right, y'all, but I gotta go. Blessings.